Hi, I'm Senator Malcolm Roberts and I'm talking to you from Canberra. As a servant to the people of Queensland and Australia, I congratulate One Nation's Steve Andrew, the Member of Parliament for Mirani, who increased his vote 4% in the recent Queensland election. That reflects Steve's hard work and courage speaking for the people of Mirani. In just 3 years, he has earned amazing support and respect from the people he serves and from other MPs, other members of Queensland State Parliament. Let's check the data. The recent Queensland election was an election for incumbents, with 86 of the 93 members of Parliament retaining their seats. Labor gained 3, possibly 5, seats from the LNP and lost 1 to the Greens. The North Queensland First Party lost its only seat. Now let's discuss human behaviour and fear, because it's very important, as you'll see later on. The people of Queensland and of Australia, we know, are overwhelmingly good, honest and fair. Nonetheless, Queenslanders and Australians are human, and we can all be vulnerable at times when filled with fear. Now, fear, whether it's justified or fabricated, is a powerful driver of behaviour. As political and religious leaders have shown for hundreds of years, fear can be ingrained. The actual vote for our party fell. Why? Well, it's because fear dominates. You know, months ago, one of my staff predicted that based on history, during the COVID turmoil and unrest, voters will continue to stay with what they think they know, the establishment. Even though the evidence shows that the political establishment is wrecking our state and the political elites are destroying the people's future and sacrificing our state, our country, for the globalists' nightmare. A prominent Brisbane radio announcer and former state member of Parliament, Scott Emerson, pretty sensible fella, he summed it up so well on his radio program a couple of weeks ago. Firstly, quoting Winston Churchill's maxim, never waste a crisis. Stimulate a crisis into working for you. Secondly, fear wins over optimism. Thirdly, when afraid, people run to the incumbent and major parties. The Queensland government's fear-mongering around COVID won. Yet the disappointing reality is that the Labor machine has exposed Queenslanders to real danger now and in the future, especially making the elderly, the poor, the vulnerable hostage to a withering economy. They're the people who will pay the most. The Labor machine handed management of Queensland to the Chief Health Officer, even though the Chief Health Officer admitted herself she's only responsible for physical health. That's her only responsibility. The cowardly Premier, absent as a Premier, dishonestly abandoned and continues to neglect our state's economic health and people's mental health. That's important for the future. Now, this election comes at a high cost. The Queensland economy is in tatters as a result of these policies. Over many years, state debt spirals out of control. It's by far the highest in Australia. Queensland's unemployment rate is by far Australia's highest. Business failures, the highest of all states. In the recent Queensland election, One Nation ran a campaign on getting back to basics to restore our state's future productive capacity, combined with a strong focus on local issues. We showed so many positives with outstanding candidates and proven policies. For example, we had exceptionally fine quality candidates who are real people and not like Labor and Liberal, where they're party hacks who've risen up through the ranks, clawed their way through the ranks, made deals to get through the ranks. We get everyday people, everyday Australians and Queenslanders. Second one is that local businesses reached out to One Nation candidates around the state for help and actually endorsed us and helped us. They know the mess the state is in. A large number of volunteers were on One Nation booths. In some booths, we even outnumbered the Labor machine, which sometimes buses them in from interstate. In the election, Fear won, Queensland lost. Senator Pauline Hanson and I will not use fear to fool people for short-term gain. We won't use fear. We will, though, continue to work for the national and state interests, for the people. And once the real pain from voting a Labor government back for another 4 years starts to show itself with debt and unemployment and businesses collapsing, One Nation will be there, ready to offer basic solutions to bring back Queensland and Australia. For now, our fabulous candidates continue to devote themselves on the ground locally with constituents. They're listening, we're listening. We'll be ready.